The world watches with bated breath. Global tensions are running high. From Eastern Europe to the South China Sea, conflicts simmer and distrust festers. The spectre of war, once a distant nightmare, now looms closer, casting a shadow of uncertainty across the globe. The question on many minds: are we on the brink of World War III? The fear, while understandable, is not unfounded. We are witnessing a resurgence of great power rivalry, reminiscent of the pre-World War periods. Nationalism is on the rise, and the lines of communication between nations seem frayed. The threat of conflict, whether sparked by accident or design, is a sobering reality of our times. To understand the present, we must look to the past. The world wars of the 20th century were cataclysmic events, born from a complex web of alliances, imperialism, and unchecked aggression. World War I, triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, engulfed Europe in a conflict that shattered empires and redrew the map. World War II, even more devastating, was fueled by the rise of Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. Their unchecked ambitions, coupled with the failure of diplomacy, plunged the world into another global conflict, leaving scars that are still felt today. Today's world, while different, echoes with similar tensions. The rivalry between the United States and China over trade and influence in the Asia-Pacific region is a defining feature of our times. Russia's actions in Ukraine have shattered the peace in Europe, evoking memories of the Cold War. The Middle East remains a tinderbox of conflict, with multiple actors vying for power and influence. Terrorism continues to cast a long shadow, threatening global stability. These interconnected crises, fueled by mistrust and misunderstanding, create a volatile environment ripe for miscalculation and escalation. Section 4. The technological shadow of modern warfare. Adding to these concerns is the rapid advancement of technology. Cyber warfare, autonomous weapons, and artificial intelligence have introduced new dimensions to warfare, making it more unpredictable and potentially more devastating. The speed at which conflicts can escalate in the digital age is alarming. A simple misunderstanding or a miscalculation amplified by technology could have catastrophic consequences. The fear is that in a world armed with such destructive power, the margin for error has shrunk dramatically. Section 5. Averting disaster, the path of diplomacy. However, while the threat of a Third World War is real, it is not inevitable. The lessons of history, though painful, offer a way forward. Diplomacy, dialogue, and a commitment to international cooperation are our greatest weapons against the scourge of war. We must foster open lines of communication between nations, address grievances through diplomacy, and find common ground on issues of global concern. Building trust and understanding is a painstaking process, but it is the only path to lasting peace. The world has been to the brink before. We must learn from the mistakes of the past and choose a different future. The fate of humanity rests on our ability to choose dialogue over destruction, cooperation over conflict, and peace over